insulted him a little bit.
So he hid it. One place he knew he could hide something, his ass.
Whenever anybody says they're a little concerned, they're very concerned.
I'd like to take his face off.
I will not die sober. Get the
The little fat kid is my uncle. He choked me to death.
So what?
What's wrong with being sexy?
Hello, and welcome to the new digital show. We've gone digital and we don't know why. It's just weird.
It's the age of Ultron.
It is the age of Ultron, Jotron. My name's Joseph E. Frisch. I got the doc with me. I got the shark with me. Feeling good on a Tuesday. Feeling good on a Tuesday. That used to be a song. Boy, it is.
Is it Tuesday?
And I'm feeling
It's Thursday. Is that right?
I don't know. You goofed me all up.
I was thinking of that Billie Eilish song. Hello, can I get low in this crazy digital world? Hey, what are we doing today? Oh, this is 20 and 21, the only show bringing you the 20 greatest things in the 21st century. Sometimes we talk about movies, sometimes we talk about no exposure. I don't know who this new character is, but I like him.
You know that people can see you, so they know it's
Oh,
you
yeah,
and
by
not
the
a character.
We'll see about that later. Maybe show 3.
CGI, baby.
Maybe show 3 might have a fix for that.
Who's the big impressionist? Not the rich
Gallagher.
not the rich guy. Not
Johnny,
Gallagher.
not rich. Yeah, but
No,
not that
he does
guy.
Madden and everybody. He's like an old school. He's been around, and that's all he is.
I know who he is.
Robert
but
Klein?
I can't think. I can't think.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I do.
He's
yeah.
going to be
It's not
Caper
It's
Paducah.
not Sasso, but it's the guy above Sasso.
Right.
Sasso's pretty funny.
Castanella,
No, that's
Is
close.
that right?
That's
that
close.
it?
That's
or
close.
however you pronounce it.
Is
I
that,
don't know.
Frank Costanza's
it's
cousin?
something like that. It's Frank Caliendo.
Caliendo, that's what I meant. That's what I
Caliendo.
meant.
You were on the mark.
He was on Mad TV, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he
but
was on
he's
Mad
going to
TV.
be in the area performing soon. Yeah.
By the way, when we speak of the area, we're talking about beautiful downtown.
Beautiful downtown Burbank.
Carbondale, Illinois, where we have a show in WDBX 91.1. For those who have listened to the show and want to
No,
see
you don't
us,
have ADD either.
Guess what? No, you don't either. You can't listen. Neither of you guys can.
No, it was the
let me
other day
finish
I
the
was
fucking
driving,
sentence.
and I was like in Carbondale.
By the way,
and
we're on the
91.1
radio.
cut out. In Carbondale.
We're on the radio there. If you're listening on the radio, you can actually tune in on the YouTube now and
Can
check
you?
us out. And wherever podcasts are found.
I was trying to tell these guys while ago. It's like, hey, I'm doing better. Sorry for interrupting. Like, get out! They were interrupting me while I was trying to tell them I was sorry for interrupting them.
It's true. It was more because that precious AC air was going out.
Well, I forgot.
I'm
It's
the
like it's
problem.
below 75, so I just assumed that there wouldn't be any air on. I apologize. I didn't mean to.
You think Rob and I are going to be in this room with
See,
no air?
that's what's so
What
weird
do
though.
you
I don't
sleep with
I-
the temperature at night?
Well, like when I was fat, I was
I
still
don't
cold.
have a.
So it's like I don't identify, right? Like when
no,
I was 75
65
pounds
degrees
heavier, I was still
minimum.
like I'm cold all the time.
That's what it is
you
right
know.
now.
Okay, 65 degrees minimum to sleep, maybe 64.
Like the other night,
At night.
when it was like 55 outside,
Yeah,
windows open.
I do that.
yeah.
I do that.
Yeah,
you know,
perfect.
windows open in the
Yeah.
50s, covered
Oh
up
man,
good. Yeah.
love it.
Normally though, I've got the heat on.
Now,
at
of
the same
course,
time.
I love my planet, so I'm not going to take the AC down that low. So Rob, man, I mean, no condom. We've all done it, but to hear it said out loud,
Wait,
sounds bad, right?
what
It
happened?
does.
What
It
happened?
does.
We've all had sex with a porn star with no condom, but to hear it said out loud,
Oh, are you talking about the orange monster?
raw dogging it.
Did he raw dog Stormy Daniels?
That's what the details are.
You know who I feel bad for?
Stormy Daniels?
Maybe the only person qualified to actually do her job that he ever hired.
Hey, it's pretty good.
That is possible.
Did you come up with it?
No, it's a meme. I stole it from the internet. No, did not.
I was going to say,
I haven't-
you need to go public with it.
Dude, I have literally never come up with anything in my entire life. Anytime I've ever
just
thought I
made
had
up.
something original, it exists every time.
Well,
every time.
We're usually looking for movies, greatest movies 20 years. What movie are we doing today? Boy, I forced you guys to watch this one. I don't even think you should call this a movie. It's more like a video game cutscene that lasts for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Would you call it that? Maybe.
What movie are we talking about?
Oh, the great movie called Catwoman.
I'm got to the point. I'm pretty sure like Eastwood just doesn't like us. And like this is revenge for like we did something to him in high school, and he's like, you know what?
Wait.
I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna make these
Wait
guys
a
watch
minute.
bad movies.
I'm
30 years
confused.
from now.
I'm confused. You're saying it was a bad movie?
Oh, did you love this one? I'm not saying I didn't. Love it.
I'm gonna tell you. I know she won an Oscar for Monsters Ball.
That's right. Make me feel good.
She may
Make me
have
feel
deserved
good.
a second Oscar for this. It was so good. I watched it 5 times.
Did you watch Monsters Ball? Did
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
see it? Did,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
did,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
did, I didn't care
to
for the
scene?
movie.
Did you just skip to the scene?
No, I watched it at your house.
Yeah, I love
I think
that
I
movie.
watched it with you.
But
maybe,
it's one of
actually.
those
I'm
movies I
thinking
thought
about
was great, but I can
I'll
only watch it
never watch
once.
it. Yeah,
I just it wasn't it wasn't a me movie. you
Like
know?
Requiem for a Dream. One time and I'm out.
And it was also just so dirty and gross to look at.
It was. Yeah, that's I remember.
But
that.
no, we're doing the 2004 classic,
The classic?
directed by a guy named Petoff. He's got one name, and boy, I got
He only
Petoff. I got
deserves one.
Petoff watching it. Petoff, you're well.
How many
named.
angry texts did I fire off at you two last night while I was watching this?
I was reading them to my wife.
Son of
I
a
did.
bitch, it was awful.
Hell, I did the same thing a week ago when I watched it. You guys, I was like, I got to let him go. I got to validate Rob here because I literally did the exact same thing. It was like, you guys have to share my misery.
Oh, it was.
while I do
It's
this.
something. July 19th, 2004, #1 song, Usher's "Burn." I don't know.
I wish this film would have burned.
The #1 show, CSI.
Someone should have done an autopsy on this. How bad it was.
Someone done
1987
post-mortem on this MFR because it needs to be dissected and burned. Yeah, it needs to go to a special place.
In hell.
#1 movie,
Ice
an
Cube's
actual
like, you mean to tell me?
#1 movie, actual decent Spider-Man movie. Oh wait,
Wait, I'm Halle Berry.
I can't believe
I'm
she
glad it
blew her
just wasn't
audition for the
me.
ring.
oh my God, she should have been Gollum. She could have took Andy. She could have took Andy Serkis's place. #1 movie, actually decent superhero movie, Spider-Man 2.
Ooh, Spider-Man 2 is fantastic.
Doc Ock.
Which one was that? Who was the
That's
Spider-Man?
the
in
Tobey
that one?
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. It's probably the best of the Tobey
I think it is
Oh,
the
is it?
best one.
Yeah.
It's like the first one had all the backstory that was a little like I've
Little-
seen this
little
1,000
loaded,
times, but this one was like characters fully developed. Now we're off and running.
Gotcha.
And,
Doc Ock's
and
there.
then the third one is shite, but this one was good.
Our dance scene.
You guys missed it. Spider-Man meme.
Oh,
I got to get younger dudes to
sorry,
podcast
man.
with.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
What
Sorry,
did you
I'm a
do?
bad
That was a Spider-Man.
I'm a bad
meme.
improver.
Oh yeah. Where they're all pointing
There
at
you
each
go.
other.
Now we got her, fellas. Now we got her.
So yeah, we're gonna be reviewing Catwoman today. But first, send us your own reviews. We set up our Facebook page like a business long ago, so you could review us.
You're gonna put a disclaimer up, right? Whenever you're like, I think it'd be irresponsible of us to recommend that people actually view this. I mean, there needs to be like an at your own risk, or like these are
This segment that's
professionals.
getting ready to
do not
happen right
attempt,
now, you
right?
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
yeah.
right, like okay,
Yeah, like
we
we watched this, but you shouldn't.
we
you know
need a
what I mean?
thing to like.
Yeah, like Jackass.
Yeah.
You know, the movie watched by this movie was watched by trained professionals. Do
By the
not
way,
attempt at home.
these reviews were not written by us. They do not represent us or our views. Maybe something like that. So the people write us reviews, and if they're fun or funny, we would read them on the air. No, we have a back catalog of these things.
Oh, man.
We've had 290 some shows. We're close to 300. So we have so many. So here we go. We got one right here. Who would like to do what? We have one from it looks like our old buddy Jackie. Am I right, Johnson? And then we got one from Billy B.D.
You know I
Bobby.
love Billy,
Well,
but
then I
I
think,
won't take it from you.
Shark, are you okay to read it? I can read it if you'd rather.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's pretty big.
You make big fonts, so I think
Yeah,
I can
Yeah,
do this one.
regrettably, you're gonna have to.
That's
I
fine.
have my glasses around here
I,
somewhere.
you know,
though,
Rob
so-
can read both of them too.
Rob
'cause
does such a good job.
Rob is such a better
What?
reader than
Yeah,
I.
those are-
Tell
those
you
are
what,
my
though, before we
glasses.
get into the reviews, one thing before we get into that. 20 and 21 is sponsored in part today by Longmire. That's right. You never once talked to a single person that watches it, but somehow it lasted for about 10 seasons. Is it a Western? Nope. It seems to be modern times, but everybody wears cowboy hats. They walk around with 6-shooters. And a world where people apparently turn a blind eye to Old West style shootings occurring on a daily basis. Want to see that show justified if it had gone horribly wrong? How about a leading man with enough charisma to pick up a blind leper? Check out Longmire.
What
It's
parts?
technically a show. It's a long time old buddy of mine sent me a message not too long ago. It's like, you need to check out Longmire. I think you'd really like it. I was like, oh, somebody doesn't listen to the show.
I have.
Longmire.
Now,
I was gonna
Logmire, on
say,
the other
I've
hand.
been told to watch Logmire, and what's the other one? It's like a similar style show. I don't know, but I've been told to watch it, and I'm like, I tried to watch one of them, and I think I fell asleep like 7 minutes into it. Like it literally knocked me out.
It wasn't the one about the Amish people on Cinemax, was it? Banshee.
No, I've heard of that one
Where
too,
Amish
though.
people are evil gangsters.
Yeah, I don't know
Amish
if I want a
mafia?
Cinemax Amish combination. That just doesn't seem to
I know.
be
As soon as he said it, I was
right.
like,
Yeah.
It really does.
"Is this Amish Skinamax?"
Emmanuel in German Dutch country.
Emmanuel goes to the farm.
Ooh, I think they've actually made that one.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Emmanuel goes to the hayloft. I just feel like this is a Carson bit.
What is?
What is Emmanuel milks the cow?
Yes.
Oh, great one.
Yes. Oh, great one.
Get your BVDs out here and blow some trumpet, buddy. How do you do that?
Hey,
How do you go
Doc.
from being the trumpet player on Johnny Carson's band to getting an underwear endorsement deal?
Did Doc Severinsen have an underwear?
Yeah, do you remember he advertised BVD underwear for years?
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, I was
I
like,
remember his sweet suits.
because it was so like, why is this guy trying to sell me drawers? You know?
Hey man, the guy could blow. He probably, you know
mean,
what I mean.
you know-
When you're blowing this way, I think there's a little going out that way. if
Like
you know what I'm
Marky
saying.
Mark trying to sell me drawers, I get that, right? I
So I
understand
think
that.
when you're going this way, there's got to be a little bit coming out that way. Einstein said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. He's talking about them draws because
Wait a minute.
they contain
Was
that.
that the
poop.
sound of farting?
In my world,
What is it?
in my world, that's how I fart around here.
So, don't worry. Next week I'll pay the subscription on the sound effects. Because that is what we need is a group of buttons here that's like old timey car horn.
Oh, it'd be great.
Fart.
We had it. We had that.
We need the morning zoo.
I think
you
we
know.
can purchase that for a few dollars.
Oh yeah, it's there.
About $30, we can get a little mini machine that saves sounds. We need our own organ player. We need Walter. But Walter, remember, he only played the white keys. He refused to ever hit the black ones.
Everything was in C.
Majors. He refused. He said it was old voodoo. You're not supposed to play the black ones. I thought it was racist.
Don't mess them pedals neither.
You don't need sustain for anything. Don't.
Yeah, what do the other two do? One of them's a mute, right?
I think so. There's a mute, sustain, and then
I
your
always
actual
thought that
notes.
was kind of silly.
Yeah, well, I guess if it's you mess up, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or
can't
if
just,
you want
like-
to play quiet.
can't
Maybe
just use
is
your
it hard
palm.
to play dynamically
You can't
on the piano?
just.
I don't know.
You can't just do like Prince and do it twice and be like, I did it on purpose. That's one of Prince's things. Is he's like, oh, if you mess up something, just do it twice, and then they think you did it on purpose. Well, here's the thing, Prince. Then I hear you do it in that supposed great solo that he does.
Jeez. Who's pushing
That solo
who's
sucks,
pushing
and he does
solo
that several
agenda?
times
Yeah.
in that video. He does some horrible thing, and he's like, "I messed up. I'm gonna do the Prince thing. This is how Prince talk. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna play it again. You're not a
with
good
you.
guitar player,
I'm
Prince.
with
You
you.
never were.
Same.
I don't care that you're dead. I'm glad. No, I'm not.
Don't play a
No, I'm
guitar
glad you're
made by a harmonica company.
Wait a minute. Say that for the
The
late
guitars are
person.
made by Hohner.
Oh,
The harmonica company.
but doesn't his signature guitar?
No,
because he
the
plays that
Telecaster
Fender.
looking one. That ain't a Fender. That's a Hohner. It
Aw,
looks like a Fender,
man.
but
They make wonderful harmonica.
Absolutely, I used to
Mouth
play
harps.
one on the show.
You did. We had a variety of them. Different keys and
Juice's
everything.
loose harp.
All right, sorry about that. Now these are reviews.
Oh yeah, we were doing
We
reviews.
were doing reviews. Oh, Robbie's hiding. This does not represent us or the show.
No. I was gonna read it.
Feel free to write us a review on our Facebook page or what have you. And if it's good, we'll read it on the. Apparently, we read them all. It's just randomly
Yeah, if it's
picked
good,
out
what
of
do you
the.
mean?
We
If it's, yeah.
we like to read other people's stuff. You just let me know when you're ready to go.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Hang on.
Let me get comfortable.
All right, here we
Look at
go.
my skull right
The
here.
year was 2004, July 19th.
a long
The
time.
#1 song was Usher's Burn. Oh, you want me to go down here? I'm sorry.
What is this?
I got him.
For a second, I was like, what
Okay.
in the hell?
All right. Here's to Huffin' Raid and watching Naked and Afraid. Am I right, boys?
Okay.
Here's
like
to
that.
smoking bath salts and banging faults. Fault lines, that is. Did we really used to read this? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. I'm into banging fault lines or any other earth crevasse I see. Have you seen Saltburn?
Yes, we have.
I think they
Right.
stole that from me. Am I right, boys?
He has been talking about banging the earth for a long
Yeah,
time, I will say.
I mean, Rick and Morty already did it too.
Is that a saying some
Simpsons
people
did
are
it.
into?
Yeah.
I know you boys get that feeling sometimes. I know we're like-minded. You get me.
Jackie always insists, and we love Jackie, but he always insists that we are of a like mind.
One
which
mind.
is-
One mind.
We're
Yeah.
not.
We're not.
We're
not.
Oh boy. Here's to mustard in your bungholes and burning down the jungles. Am I right, boys?
Hey,
Motorcycle.
sickle.
Cool.
We'll
If
make
it was
that
good
rhyme.
enough for Jethro Bodine, if it was good enough for Jethro Bodine Toll, it's good enough for me. You see why I effed up there?
I did.
My brain was trying to compute that
Yes.
phrase. Here's to
Dumb
going #2 in your pants and going #3 on fire ants. Am I right, boys?
Ooh, that sounds.
I'm not a big fan of
You
fire ants. so
know
maybe I don't. Yeah.
I am like mayo on ham. Keep up the pride, boys. It's been so long since I've got to say that. Glad you're on Team Jackie. 5 stars, Jackie. Am I right?
Thanks for the 5 stars.
Johnson.
Jackie. That's the thing. If you give us 5 stars,
Those are the ones.
Oh,
we
you're
read.
that's
getting
the ones
Yeah.
you're gonna get read on air. Go to our Facebook page, join it, follow us. 20 and 21. Give us a review.
Of course, ironically, the one that I've got to read next is a 1 star.
Oh no!
but
that's
we
weird.
know who it's from.
Oh, it's not us though, right? Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
this
know.
is our. I would say
Our former
nemesis, but
alter
we're just
ego,
not. We're
right?
not in the league with him.
We're
I don't
just we're
understand why he
confused
picks on
with.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This is like you know how the Cardinals have won like 9 World Series, and the Cubs have won 1, and Cardinal fans
Did they
hate the
win
Cubs. And 2014, 2012.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, Cardinal fans always like want to fight with Cub fans and stuff, and it's like we're not in your
Yeah, why-
league.
why
Why
would
are
they?
why are
Yeah, why
you
would they?
picking on us? You're up here, we're down here.
Yeah.
Why? This is
It's
the
like
thing.
when an Austin P fan comes at you and you're like, "Oh, you guys
Well,
got a
here's
team,
my-
cool,
Yeah,
man. I'm glad
so,
you're playing."
So
You
this
know?
is what it is.
my,
We are the Austin P, and this is UK.
He
Okay,
continues. Here's the thing, though. This guy.
I'm sorry, we did too much sports for him.
Oh no. Yeah. Sporting balls. I wasn't. No. Here's the thing, though. This guy, I think he secretly likes us because he continued to listen. Maybe he's still listening
Oh God, I hope not.
for a long time, and he's always writing us, trying to get us to.
It's like he wants us to be him.
Yes, and well, he was a great DJ,
Oh,
and
but
he's
he's a
upset.
legend.
I'm not
Legend.
changing my name to Dick Nose Fred or whatever it is. That's,
It's not
Dick
bad.
Nose Fred.
Dick Nose Fred. yeah.
whatever.
I
yeah.
think he was in the production booth
But
on
this
that
guy
show.
was apparently a legendary DJ somewhere,
Out of
probably in
Florida.
We think it was out of Florida.
Yeah.
And he always writes us to. I think he's trying to inspire us, but it's a really
Yeah,
weird
it's like
way.
mean coach.
It's undone.
I'm gonna insult you
Passive
and attack you
aggressive.
to get the best out of
That's
you.
right.
WALG, the alligator.
Yeah,
I
and
think
we
was-
just
If
kind of
anybody is sensitive to sexual terms or
anything
in general, you might not want to watch this part.
good sense,
Good sense,
morality.
He usually comes down on hard. He's tough love.
If you need to use the restroom, it's good time.
It's probably Just get on out to the lobby, get yourself some popcorn.
Right. Have a smoke.
All right, I'm telling you right now.
Review number 2.
From the opening, like if anyone's ever listened to this podcast, which is just OG,
It's rising. It's rising to them.
and when we get
come
those 3
on
Russian
up
bots,
for the
We do gotta get to it,
rising.
though. We have 3 minutes to our next segment.
You class holes have gone and done it now. There, I mean, like class holes. That's
We know
us,
class
we know.
holes. That's
Okay.
our boy.
Talk about screwing the pooch. You're on YouTube now? Oh no.
This is new.
Hey,
This
nice.
is new.
Okay. All right.
Oh no. I'm scared to read that. Okay.
We got you, man.
Great. Another failure in your pocket. And back at the movies again, plus TV shows. What's next? Hot celeb gossip? You guys had a real chance and you let it go to pot.
That's not necessarily wrong.
So far, it's kind of spot
that's
on.
not inaccurate completely.
We put care and craft into our shows. Oh boy! And here we go.
Well, Eastwood does this one. I mean, we don't. do
I-
anything,
well,
obviously,
but this is where he starts comparing all the shows he did to our, and it's just not the same game.
No.
We're like minor league. This is majors. This is the majors. Okay.
Let's have him.
Shows like Raw Dogging and Butt Flogging with Donnie the Dom, Sally the Sub, Big Slick Rick. I worked hard to maintain a committed, loyal audience with shows like The Morning Butt Munchers with Prolapse Paula, Browntown Ted, and my old friend, the dearly missed and never forgotten Shit Breath Jones. Rest in peace. Rest in power.
What's the power?
We made shows that mattered. Shows like Poots and Bladders with Golden Shower Shelly, Butt Stuff Steve, and Fecal Fred. Fecal Fred. I was wondering if we were
Yeah, Fecal Fred. I just some in there, you know.
important shows like Stereotypes and Ass Wipes with Hitler Foot Fred and
that
Pickle
guy.
Dick Danny.
That was pretty close.
Oh no. Do I have to read what he wrote next?
Maybe, yeah, we're getting almost out of time.
Shows like Jackie Robinson was a scam with Fast Freddy Fingers. This is not me. Monty the Molester and Frank the Conspirator. I haven't heard Frank the Conspirator
Let
in a
me
long
guess.
time.
There he
Michael
was.
Shea wrote these jokes for you.
There it
Yeah,
was.
Michael Shea wrote these for me.
Oh, man.
We made shows with relevance and conviction. Shows that mattered. Shows like Ass Blasting in the Morning with Shelley the Shunt. Or the Thursday evening Two Dick Punch Patty Melt Parade with Jerry the Jack, Gold Throat Gary, and Johnny the Nip. Put him on the glass.
Oh, put him on the glass. Well,
But still you refuse to listen. Hope you like your lot in life because your stupid savior said you ain't going nowhere.
hey, that's an
Bob
old
Dylan.
throwback there.
Keep trying, class holes. 1 star, Billy
Oh,
Big Dick
man.
Modine.
We know what that music means.
I don't.
That
No,
means
we've never heard of it
This is
before.
new.
we have not got to Catwoman. We'll get to it right after this.
I felt like I was watching a fucking mime. Oh, sorry.
I'll be censoring that part out anyway.
Should have put him on the glass.
Johnny, where's Johnny at? Dude. So this next thing coming up there is for the new viewers, new listeners. A long time ago, I had a family hero of mine. We knew very little about him, and then all of a sudden, we started receiving audio tapes.
Oh, I
Apparently-
started getting him in that encrypted file.
That's right. He started getting a journal from this guy, and he was an old family hero of mine. His named Fritzman.
It's like an evil Forrest Gump.
He's kind of we turned out he's not the greatest guy in history, but he's been a lot of places. So they're going to start playing any minute here, and these are just random Fritzman files that we're going to listen to here. So
Oh no!
yeah. So all right, let's see if this works.
I think I'm gonna go
March
outside.
1938.
Here we go.
My dear, dear Cecilia, I believe the tide of war may be shifting here in Spain. I know I am fighting on the side of freedom. Why, just the other day I had
will
none
help us
other
on
than
this.
Ernest Hemingway in my crosshairs.
Uh-oh.
Until I remembered I lost my trigger finger to rabid beaver in Argentina as part of a bet I lost with Sir Franco himself.
Oh, no.
He is a great man, and I stand beside him, fingerless and fighting for freedom.
Alliteration.
But,
pretty good.
my dearest Cecilia,
Oh, back to the lady.
this is not why I leave you this voice memo. I leave this voice memo to tell you that I have once again succumbed to my animal lust. Here, deep in the throes of war, I have succumbed to what the Spanish refer to as pussy-brained. I was seduced.
What?
I was seduced by and made love to at least 3 no more than 6 Rhode Island red chickens. If they didn't want it, they shouldn't have been shaking their tail feathers in my face and then playing hard to get. Yes, I ate them after. Still, it is no excuse, my
That's John
dear
Waters'
sweet, sweet
play. It's okay to kill
Cecilia.
that chick.
I am but a man, and if you saw them in the beautiful Spanish sunset, even you, my dear Cecilia, couldn't resist their advances. Forgive me for this indiscretion. I hope to be home soon
He's very well
when
spoken.
this war ends.
For
Surely, no war worse than this could follow it. P.S.S. I was looking in the mirror this morning and thought to myself, I got some real nice DSLs. Anyway, all my love, Smithers L. Fritzman.
You gotta watch out for Belgato Cabeza.
Well, now, he was on the right side of war there, it sounds like.
No.
Oh, no, Franco.
No.
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, there's another bullet in his myth of being a good guy.
I mean,
Another chink in the armor.
I mean, I don't know why you would shoot Hemingway off his bar stool, but
I don't either. I was gonna say Hemingway was actually in terms of literature, he wrote some really progressive stuff.
they
kinda
say he
challenged
liberated
norms.
most of the Champagne
back.
of Paris.
Back on American soil. Finally, I've been cleared of all the charges. Finally, no more war crimes being held against me. I no longer have to hide my identity, living in the shadows outside of society, scraping the barnacles off the New York street curbs to survive, sucking D up and down the East Coast just to earn a living, spending 2 long years as a southern lot lizard on Highway 93 between Atlanta and Charlotte. I was passed around like a dime store cigar, just to nibble a few crumbs off some fat back off the floor, trying to fill that starving hole inside my belly and failing like the hussy blowjob queen I had become.
This is my great-grandfather.
No longer. Now I was free to show my face and my beautiful DSLs anywhere, anytime I please.
What are these?
It's time to start a new chapter in my
Internet
life
early
with
on?
Cecilia
Yeah.
by my side. There's nothing I can't
He's back
do.
with Cecilia.
P.S. Call Dr. Schmimzo.
Oh,
I've been having the strangest occurrence. When I expel
His name's a
urine
little
out
bit-
of my pee-pee, it's not only burns like ice, but the urine is a bright green. Also, tell Dr. Schmimzo, I'm pretty sure I peed out a feather the other morning. It floated right out of there, then drifted down to the toilet. It was quite beautiful,
Forrest
but
Gump.
alarming nonetheless. That feather came out of my pee hole. Signing off, Smithers L. Fritzman.
So the guy is like incredibly literate. Has no problem using words, but pee hole is the best he can come up with.
Beal.
I just saw a peacock last night by Lowe's. I'm not kidding you.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was a turkey at first.
Oh,
It was
really?
like, I said, peacock. It was like right when the storm was coming in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here he is once again shilling for the app, trying to get money.
Oh, here.
Hey, we're trying to fund our community.
Back
movie.
already?
Smithers L.
no.
Fritzman here. I've been working on quite a few songs.
Oh, you know, see,
Here's
sings
one.
sometimes.
I haven't ever heard anything like it. I call it glam rock. Here, but this is going to be the acoustic version. Let's play this thing for you here. Gorilla fuck chain. Gorilla fuck chain. Get your gorilla, put him on a chain. Get your gorilla, fuck him in the brain. Gorilla fuck chain.
Headshot.
Gorilla fuck chain.
Is that what I was talking about?
Get that gorilla, he's such a drain. Get your gorilla, go fuck him in the rain. Gorilla fuck chain. Gorilla fuck chain.
91.1's gonna play
If you
this.
got a gorilla, then you need a chain. If you want to fuck him, you got to do the same. Gorilla fuck chain.
Pretty catchy.
Oh, it's an
We'll-
earworm.
We'll have to play this next time we're on there.
That one's gonna be a hit because there's so much raw emotion. Wait, that was the last one. That one was about my time in the Congo. And I befriended a special friend out there, a gorilla named Lucy. Lucy and I had many special times together. Lucy, my baby girl, I miss you, Lucy. Schmizmo, God damn it, I want some chicken. I don't care about chicken pot pie. I need some chicken, Smishmo. I don't care if it disgraces my whole family. I believe I will continue my lust for poultry, chicken pot pie included.
A real problem.
John McClane, you can sit on it and spin. This is Smithers L. Fritzman signing off.
These are all mixed up.
Did he
John
call
or
it
Don?
John McClane?
Don, he called out John.
Because is that? Wait a minute.
Go out
The
to
John
the
McClane.
Go out for the weekend. Have a few
I
laughs.
was gonna say, is this Die Hard?
This is Die Hard. He's related to Hans.
But what year is this?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. He jumps around through time. We never know when.
June 1945.
Okay, now we got time.
Cecilia sends good news. It seems I am to be a grandfather, although my war crimes have been brought back to the tribunal, whatever the fuck that means. And apparently, there are also new charges and warrants for my arrest in America.
Oh, no.
I will try to see the time, but I fear I must once again return to a life in the shadows, relying only on my DSLs.
The internet.
I did it twice, I can do it again.
Dial up, yeah.
I haven't the heart to tell my sweet, sweet Cecilia that it will not actually be my first grandson. These Orientals breed fast and young. I've already got a few brats from the children I sired in Japan. I sent them all to live in the city of Hiroshima. Is that how you say it? Doesn't matter. I don't think it will be of any consequence. They tell me it's far from the war and the fighting, and I've been assured they'll be safe.
Is that okay, Shark? Is that another good move?
And nothing bad will ever happen
can't
in
imagine anything,
Hiroshima or Hiroshima. I don't know how to pronounce it. You think after sleeping with all those dames over there, I might remember, but I don't. Nonetheless, I will try, and under the cover of night, to gain re-entry to the good old U.S. of A. and to see my young Robert, my only true white grandson. I only hope the young boy has not inherited my unquenchable desire to never please a woman in the slightest.
I forgot
about that.
That's his desire.
The way to a woman's heart is to keep 'em bored and in a steady and never-changing life built upon routine. This will ensure a long-lasting and loving bond between a man and his wife.
1945,
By
that
the way,
sounds right.
that's the only way it should be. Side note, I need to get back to see Dr. Schmizmo. I have developed several sores on my pee-pee that slightly resemble the silhouette of famed fraud Charles Darwin. When I'm hard, I thought they looked more like Jesus, so I tried the popcorn trick on Sister Helen while watching the 10 Commandments. She was not amused. And she also thought it looked much more like that fraud Darwin than Jesus, soft or hard. Let Cecilia know I shall make my return. Our child Adolf, who I named after a great man, say no more, has bore me a grandson.
I really don't.
He shall
want to
inherit
say
my wealth and my worldly possessions upon my death, as long as he keeps my last name, Fritzman. P.S. Dr. Schmimzo, my urine is now a deep, deep brown. Signing off. This is Smithers L. Fritzman.
Wow. Oh.
At least he didn't bring up Nagasaki. So every horrible thing that a human could think or be in 1945, he encapsulated every second of it.
He's literally the evil Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have evil Abed. I mean, this is evil Forrest Gump.
This is evil
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Man, the family shame I feel.
How does the rest of your family feel about
They've
it?
never watched the show.
They don't know anything about
I've
it.
kept them in the dark. I don't want to break their hearts.
I get you. I only tell strangers we have a show too. If I meet somebody, I'm like, yeah, I got a podcast. You gotta check it out. And my friends, you're like, what are you up to? It's like nothing. I didn't do nothing today. No, I
Just
saw
don't-
Robbie and Eastwood for a while.
Don't
hung
turn
out.
on 91.1 on Monday nights.
Played a little music.
We act like we were going to talk about Catwoman, but we really didn't. Hey, it's Catwoman, 2004. Peed off. I already made the joke. I got peed off. All
You
right.
can fuck off.
Peed off. It was written by Michael Ferris. If you look up Michael Ferris's credits, he wrote The Net,
That's terrible.
The Game.
See,
That's terrible.
it's dudes like him that it's like, you know what? Maybe AI can do better.
Terminator 3.
See,
Yeah. Now here's the weird thing. If you look up John Brancato, what's another writer, John Brancato, he's got cat in his name. His credits, and I mean exact, are exactly the same as Michael Ferris's credits. The exact same movies. I don't know
So
if
they co-wrote
if
together?
they're partners or if I think one of them is fake. I think John Brancato was made up. Now the other
get two
writer,
checks.
get this, the other writer, John Rogers, he wrote The Core, the first Transformers.
Oh.
He's got
I mean,
moments.
that was fun.
It's and
not
and
Oscar.
Catwoman.
Oh.
Now Pete Off, he's directed Catwoman
Did he?
and and a movie called Vidoc, spelled odd,
VIDOQ?
close, CQ,
Okay.
Vidoc. I don't know. Is that where two guys take their penises and put the skin? Never mind. All right.
Oh, like when you see people with the one tent and two trucks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And some cartoon, a remake of Fire and Ice. And if you ever saw the original Fire and Ice from 1994, you would think it definitely doesn't need to be remade.
That stuff still gave you seizures back then.
That's what he's done, Pete Off. So
You made that comment that
oh
there was a
my
part of it
God.
that made you, and
It
I
was
was
when
like,
she gets on
wonder
the
when that is.
motorcycle.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was when she was fighting Sharon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
was
could have
was
been
like,
it.
ew, ew,
I said
ew,
earlier, it
ew,
felt
ew.
to me like a cutscene from a video game. Every time somebody did anything in it, I was like, "Oh, put down your controller, go get your pipe, go get your my hash pipe."
I like the Sharon Stone fight scene. It's like, hey, let me close up this logical fallacy here real quick. By the way, this stuff made my skin as hard as marble.
Oh, but wait, let's take one step back. I know you think that my husband, who will go on to be in the Matrix movies as,
Yeah, he's a key. I don't know what that is.
yeah, but he's in the
a
second
thing,
and third
yeah.
one. It's the French war. Anyway,
Yeah.
But guess what?
With a hot one.
Shocker. I'm the bad
I'm the
one.
bad guy.
Women can be evil. I'm the one. It's like,
They made her. They went out of their way to make her look really beautiful in the very first time you see her.
yeah.
And then after that, it was like every shoot day was just went worse and worse. They were like, we don't need
Actually,
to
I
do
don't
that."
think that's what it is. I think the problem is they had like I don't know the
5
technical
2
movie
days with her?
team or movie terms.
Uh-huh.
They had like their full CGI budget when the movie started. Like like they were
Yes.
really CGIing everything. Everything had this weird gloss
Well,
to it.
I was gonna say
but by the end, they're out of money.
Yeah.
So they're just like
the director. The
It'd be
only thing
okay.
he is known for is
this shitty film.
is effects. That's all he does. He's done effects on 100 different movies.
He didn't do a good job.
Let me ask you this. So in today's context, obviously, it seems, very exploity and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But put in the context of the time, do you think that they were making an effort at representation and
No,
empowerment,
not
or
at
was
all.
it just because
It might have
why
been,
I
and
say
they're-
that is you've got
You know,
two strong female
I'll tell you what,
characters, right?
at
Which
this time-
you don't normally. How many movies at the time passed the Bechdel test?
I was gonna say
this one probably
at
didn't
this
either,
time
but-
right now was the big like movies got gross. They got real chopped up and like looking,
Yeah.
real fast, real frantically cut. And an example of a strong female woman would be like, oh, they remade Last
Terminator?
House on the Left.
Oh, okay.
Where
Like
she
it
gets
had to be a
raped
horror.
viciously, but then she gets to kill him.
Yes.
It's like, oh, okay, that's
but I mean, this
empowerment.
is
But hang on.
2004, though, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
that was
yeah.
hot then. Like
But-
Rob Zombie was making mainstream movies at the time.
I get that, and you see it, and I know the plot you're talking about, and, and you see that where it's like the revenge, I have, actual power, where I'm,
Kill
type of
Bill.
thing. Kill
Bill
Bill,
was right.
Earl's dead, I mean, it was a popular theme for sure.
Absolutely.
But that's what I don't know.
Why did it go
just sitting
away?
here talking about it, it's like, you didn't
Good old
have.
days.
You wouldn't have had that many female lead characters in those positions generally 10 years before this movie.
No, and I want to add something to this because, like, I think I'm piggybacking off you, but then I'm complicating it.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, 3 female characters are major in this film: Sharon Stone, Halle Berry, and Lois from
Griffin.
Family Guy.
Yeah, Lois Griffin.
She's the friend.
who's like,
Who's
oh my god,
hypersexual,
right.
she's
wanting
so
to have sex
she's
with
so
everybody.
liberated. She just wants. Before we
So
even,
you know what I mean? It's like, wow, 3
What were
women
we-
characters, but then it's like,
So that's were they trying?
we were just watching something that was made around the same point. I can't remember the name of it. My wife and I, and I was
Hitch.
like, it was the same.
I
Exact,
know you love Will Smith.
Same
films.
exact time, and I was like, wow, she's empowered. She's a slut.
Yes,
Like
yes,
that
yes,
was
yes.
Yeah,
that
right.
was like
Yes.
their idea of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I sleep
Yeah.
with everybody,
Yeah.
and I not whatever. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's a slut, but
Right.
like that was their
Chasing
idea. Of,
Amy had that moment, where
It's
he's
true,
like, they
yeah.
used you, and she's like, no, I used them. You know what I mean? Like, I understand
Yeah.
it. Chasing Amy's not a good example because I
no,
do think she's.
I wish I
empowered
could remember
woman.
the movie we were
But-
watching, but it was literally of that
But
time.
yeah,
and it
I was having
that
the same
exact
thought
plot.
last night. I'm like, there's moments where I'm like applauding what you're trying to do, but then it feels all like
So she,
it feels like Harvey Weinstein
was jaying off in a plant behind
jaying
her.
off to this idea like,
Hey,
yeah,
this
we're going
plant
to
looks
empower
awful-
them
looks
to,
awful dry over here.
be sexy for me.
Yeah,
it still
yeah,
had
oh,
the
it's-
male creepiness.
absolutely.
all
Oh,
over
definitely,
it.
yeah.
Lois, that character, oh God, it bothered me a lot because
And by
she
the
had
way-
2 modes. One was I'm horny. 2 was I'm horny for you to get laid. 3 was I guess she had 3 modes. 3 was I want to know everything about you.
Wait, 4 modes.
Most,
Oh, the makeup's making me
that's
have
right.
a headache.
I gotta say, she's like, she is sick in the hospital multiple times. She comes in and she's like, "How are you?" She's like, don't worry about me. I'm feeling better. I want to know about your date." Like what? No, obviously you're the main character. You know what I get in these movies that always bother me is when
That she was the best actor in it and didn't get any screen time, and I mean that seriously.
You're not wrong. Is that anytime I have a movie where I'm watching Halle Berry have a problem, like at work, or whatever, I'm like, hey, you should go to Hollywood and become an actress because you're beautiful and you just become a millionaire because you look just
Even
like
though
Halle
you
Berry.
have no talent and don't deserve to be here.
I just can't. I don't know.
Oh.
Every time how could they make Halle Berry so unattractive in this movie?
I said that last night that I didn't think it was humanly possible
No.
to make her. I mean,
the outfit
she's an incredibly beautiful human being. She always has been.
Yeah, they
And in
showed
this
more
film, I was
skin,
like,
and it was like, oh, the best she looked was when she was wearing a sweatsuit at one point.
yeah, I like when she had the goofy outfit with the big sleeves
Okay,
hanging
yeah.
out of
Yeah,
it.
like,
And I'm
like before she's Catwoman.
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
look
So
at that.
it
She's
starts
cute.
with,
like.
It starts with in ancient Egypt, of course.
Oh my God!
You get cats throughout
Did that
history.
opening have to go on for 27 minutes, or was it just me?
And don't they repeat the opening when she meets
Yes,
the lady?
yes,
like they
they
do
do.
it twice.
They do
Wait,
It's like,
4 major
So-
women because the witch woman
right,
or
yeah, you
whatever
get a cat-
is
yeah.
it? So
That's right.
The
4
cat lady
major
or-
women.
yeah.
They talk
And
about
only-
she's a professor of catology, or
And the men
knows
kicks
about-
me out of the university.
she knows about El Gato
it's
Cabeza.
it wasn't it no maybe I'm thinking it was Charlotte Rampling. Was it her?
No, I can't think of the woman's name, but she was in 6 Feet Under as the mom.
Oh, that's right. That's
She's
right.
been in a
This wasn't
bunch of the
Rampling, it was
American
that
horror
one.
stories.
We
She's
see
great. She's a
at
good
one point we
actress.
see cat mummies, and it just says "found among the ruins."
Great
No,
writing.
no other
Great-
specifics
Great
besides
writing.
that. Cat mummies found among the ruins. There's a inscription. It says, "Beloved Bast, witness of happiness, bountiful twin of sun god."
Smithers L. Fritzman.
Now, here's the
was
thing.
written right underneath it.
I looked up. I did a little sharking on this. It's Bastet. The effing god is named Bastet, and they changed it to Bast. Why would they change it to Bast instead of Bastet?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they tried to get Angela Bassett to be in the film. She said no, and this was like a to her.
the Egyptians might have a copyright on
and
that.
she had her agent Ice-T call him and say, "You mean to tell me?"
Whoever, hey, you know what? I don't know who they pitched this film to other than Halle Berry, But whoever they did, if they did, and whoever said no, and the agent who helped talk him out of it, kudos. Kudos to
I heard it
anybody who
was a
walked
young
away
Pamela
from this
Anderson.
film.
Oh God.
Golly.
And Courtney Love was up for Sharon Stone's spot.
Do you think they could have come up with something different to kill the Catwoman? Like, it was almost the same way Catwoman got killed in the other. It wasn't falling from a building; it was getting flushed out and falling to the bottom.
Right.
And then a cat
Cats
finds
don't
her.
like water or whatever. I don't know.
Could she just? I guess they had to have a weird origin back then. They couldn't just have like a realistic, like a woman's just a cat.
Okay, so how come all of a sudden she flies above the water to her death, and then there's cats there? I was like, "Am I
Yeah, well,
watching The
yeah.
Crow?
Yeah, with
like
cats.
what?
Yeah.
What
And
is this?"
Did that lake get drained? Did she wash up? It's a very weird thing.
I think
falls
she
into the-
washed up on a poop island.
Well, what's a
No, I'm
kid-
serious.
what-
That was waste coming out of an
was
industrial
it?
place.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
I mean,
Speaking
it was
of which,
poop. It had
so-
solidified in
So
the
CG.
ocean.
That's when the CG cats show up.
So the whole thing
They're
is
the
like,
worst looking CG cats I've ever. They should have just like cropped and cut cats out of what's the Disney movie from like the 30s with the Aristocats? It would have looked
Say the
better.
Amazing Journey.
It would have looked better
Should
with
just hire the
cartoons.
Pixar guys. You know what I mean?
You know what they could have
You
done?
could have animated
Just
some
put
cats
some
in there.
cats in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like record a real one.
I don't know. You guys have been around cats, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple though that's going to come up there.
The cat tested you to see if you were worthy by seeing if I'd fall out a freaking window.
right.
Wow.
I got flushed out a sewer pipe. Oh, I'm worthy now. Oh God, there's once she wakes up,
It's
then
so bad.
she wakes up. I just wrote down the cat acting. Do cats have zooming? Do cats' visions zoom in on things?
Yeah, her walking down the street.
I was waiting
That,
for.
that was the I guess no, it's the motorcycle. That's coming. That
Oh,
was
yes.
the seizure part. It was like
I was waiting
I had
for
several
old,
seizure parts.
Old Rum Tum Tugger himself to show up, start singing some Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. She hisses at a dog. So original. So at one point she has that hose. Is it supposed to be like she's spraying down the place like a female cat likes to mark their territory and
think
spray
about that.
things?
I mean, I thought it was odd that at the last time I saw Seltzer take out that many people was the Three Stooges. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
That was a good reference. That was good. I
You're
like
right,
that.
Jack Benny.
Not on the internet, by the way.
You got that one.
I don't.
Because it's her neighbor, and she's like, she kicks down the door, and you think, oh, she's gonna beat some guy. She grabs this like a seltzer gun.
And so shooting. Yeah.
I
And
was
it
like,
takes way more seltzer than that to knock out a couple of 15 JBLs. You can dump half case of beer on them damn things. They're still going.
You have.
Yeah. Yes. Not intentionally, but yes.
Have we got to the scene yet? Or am I jumping
basketball.
ahead? Where
you talk about the basketball scene? That's where I'm at.
Jesus, go ahead.
I just the basketball scene.
Ain't no Hoosiers.
It's cut so poorly, and the camera work is so frantic and always moving. You can't tell what is happening.
I can
at
tell
all.
both these people have no idea how to play basketball.
That's also
Watching the paint dry.
very evident. Yes, she's sitting eating tuna cans
Jimmy
in
Chitwood
bed.
committed suicide when he saw this.
God wants you on the floor.
Oh, I don't know if you guys caught this. The neighbors are listening to Hoobastank. That's
No, I didn't catch
2004.
that.
Well, no way. So we do have to support her
We
for
do have
going
to
and
support her,
destroying the music.
Yes.
They were one of those bands, like I heard the name and I was like, oh, I'm going to like that. And I listened to it, I was like, no, I don't. Dang.
Look, when I heard Hoobastank, I was like, oh, this is like the other 17 bands that are out right now recording the exact same music. Chevelle,
So,
Hoobastank. Like,
She makes herself an outfit. They of course set this up earlier in the first act. What a well-written movie that her friends have bought her a leather outfit that she will not wear because she has no confidence.
that's right.
Then she gets in it and she's cut it all up, and we see her. And this is where where am I here? I forgot. She cut her hair,
Yes.
and all of a sudden she looks like my Aunt Pat. I love you,
She does
Aunt
look
Pat.
like
If you're
your-
listening,
yeah.
watching this, I love you. You're beautiful. You're one of my favorite aunts. But Halle Berry has your haircut. She's like supposed to be 26 in this movie. She has your haircut. She started this entire Kate plus 8 Karen haircut.
See,
trend
that's
right
what I
here.
was going to say. But when you
Right
mentioned
here.
this aunt you like a lot, I was like pulling back, but I was like, this is the
She
original
looks
Karen
better. She doesn't
cut.
have that hair anymore. It's not that. It's more tamed down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But
Did you hear those cat sounds he made? And if I have to watch her lick one more person, I am going to throw up.
Oh, you didn't like
Halle
that?
Berry running her
Well,
You don't do
I mean,
that?
I'm not gonna say all that.
No, it was
but,
bad.
But in the movie, yeah.
So here
but I can
comes-
see
That's what
Halle
I'm
Berry
talking
lick
about.
somebody at some point.
No.
Later,
I'm talking about
you know.
in the flim. In the
Oh,
flim.
yeah, in the flim, I agree. Yeah,
She's
sure.
licking brat. She's looking at brat all over. I like to call him Bratty.
Now, you know, we've been hacking on this film, but old Ben did a good job.
He did the best he could.
He
under the
did,
circumstance.
you know.
But see, this is
mean,
my
The
problem.
guy,
Except-
the guy is talented with looks, but he's never like knocked it out of the park in anything. I
No.
mean, Law and Order, he was pedestrian.
I think they make
the
him stay.
Pacific War movie stuff that he did, pedestrian. You know,
They make him. You know, Brad Pitt. Like,
we have
famously,
not explained anything. Let's
Well,
go ahead.
Brad Pitt hates like anytime like people would talk about how good looking he was. Like Tarantino built it
Yeah.
into Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You're too good looking for a stuntman. Brad, I think, has been stuck with that his whole life. I do think the guys can be a good actor.
But
Sharon
boy, he's so
Stone's a
dreamy.
great actor.
She
and
can
then,
be. Yeah.
And then the woman who I can't think of her name from Mad TV and
Lois Griffin?
she's there was good actors in this film.
Yeah.
Except
there's no-
Halle Berry.
there's no
but then
story,
it
though.
just it was
but there's no
awful.
story.
It's so executed so poorly. So we see when she leaves the note, it says sorry. And did you guys immediately be like, oh, just like her note on the coffee cup? Like the instant you saw it? Because it
No, I
Well,
was
yeah.
Oh,
checked
didn't?
out.
yeah, well, it was obvious
I
that
was-
that was going to be the tie-in.
Exactly.
I
because
thought
it
she
was
was
like, why
writing
else would
sorry
you
to
have?
me for having to watch this film.
Yeah.
It took him another 15 minutes to see that sorry was
Yeah,
written on
no.
that cup, and then he's like, oh.
He's too
Now, guys,
good looking to be a good detective.
I love that. If this guy can come do this service for me, they have a handwriting expert on staff at this
Yes.
police station.
Absolutely.
This guy can tell you
your emotional
your
state.
emotional state, if you're a confident person, if you're not, if you're shaky, if you've had cornflakes
Too
or
much
oatmeal,
coffee,
too
yeah.
much coffee, you just had sex the night before, maybe you're Catwoman. This guy can tell you. I don't know where it is in my notes.
working
'cause
at
we're
a
totally-
borough in New York.
It's literally, he's like, oh, well, you can tell by this Y that she's confident as can be. Now look at this. Oh, she doesn't like to play by the rules.
Right.
It's like, what? Is this a thing? Oh, Pete
I was
off.
sitting there thinking,
You got
can't
me
even-
peed off, buddy.
You can't even read my signature.
I was
like,
gonna say-
and I was thinking, this says he's a freaking lunatic.
I was gonna say, after I die, people are gonna find these books and be like, "Oh, he had really bad mental problems."
He was a serial killer.
Like these are no one can read these. They look like ancient manuscripts. So you might get to the bottom.
Wait,
of something.
how much time do we have left? Because I want
No,
to
a couple
say,
minutes.
I want to say one thing that totally sent me over the edge.
Okay.
And I told you guys,
Eating
it
fish
gets
and-
to our point about is it. Joss Whedon, it was my joke I made last night, made this film. She sneaks out of
He
the
didn't
bars.
really, but
No, and it's like the bars have to go over her boobs. We have to stop there to get that shot,
And then
and
flip-
then the camera flips. We can see
180,
it between her butt
cross
cheeks.
the line.
We
Not supposed to do
have
that.
to see that. Like,
Well, see, and that's why I asked the
Come
question
on.
is because, like, you know, when I was watching the movie, it was like, they took the two most attractive people they could find at the time, and they
And
put them
made
on a
them
screen and
very
said,
unattractive.
let's just make as much money off
Yeah.
off these attractive
Yeah,
people
yep,
as we can. But
yep.
then
Now-
you're like, well, Sharon Stone, and I kind of thought, well,
how much
maybe,
did the CG
you know?
bother you though?
I was out of the movie so
Meaning,
much.
not
that,
even
like,
CG.
you know what I
Like
mean?
as soon as
Yeah.
Halle Berry went to fight somebody,
yeah,
it turned into CG. Now there was also a stunt actress who doesn't look anything like Halle Berry that they just left in
did I miss this? It was
Dude,
one of my.
there were
I'm gonna get you sucker moments.
countless scenes where they're just like, camera's right here, boom. You can see it is not Halle Berry.
Is it a man with a mustache,
Yeah, it's
dude?
not-
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get you
Benicio
sucker. It's the
del Toro.
greatest thing ever.
No, it happened so many times. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "Look at this!" And my wife was
Okay.
like, "Well, that is so clearly like I'm talking like cowboy shot, like this much of her in frame." And she's just like, "I'm not Halle Berry."
Okay, I have a question. Can we put a context on this? Because I mean, I shit all over this movie, and I will continue to forever. But I was trying
Rightly
to gauge
so.
2004. How good was CGI? Like I was trying in my head to go.
See, I don't know because
But now that you're
was in
saying
my period, like, where I
Spider-Man,
wasn't-
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 CGI.
So,
put it up against
Is
this
that the
entire
train
movie-
one? And I'm
Yes,
asking
yeah,
for a
yep,
reason.
that's right,
But so
that's
that
right.
was practical though, right?
Yes. Well, no, that
Isn't that the thing? There's this thing
Yeah,
on the
it
internet
is.
talking about how hard it was to do
it
that.
is practical
how many
and
takes
CGI, but there's so many awesome shots of Spider-Man swinging through the city in
That's
Spider-Man
completely
2.
CGI.
The whole-
you mean that wasn't
a
practical?
thing.
This whole
They
movie
didn't
was
hire
made.
Fatty Arbuckle's grandson
I
to go swinging through
guarantee-
New York City.
I guarantee this movie was made
You're gonna need to
because,
footnote that.
because Spider-Man 1 got away with Spider-Man jumping through the city.
Yeah.
They were like, we can do this with a cat. I guarantee that's why. And they were like, Pete Off.
Yeah.
Pete Off does effects. Get him to direct it. Oh, it's such a pile of crap. The sushi eating.
This literally is the worst movie I think I've ever
so she finally gets it. Really is up
It's
there.
the worst movie I've watched all of.
It's she gets him up. They finally do it.
She gets him up.
She gets him up for real. Now I wrote down here. Do they do it? Do they do it kitty style? We don't get to see. We see scratches. Now we might have to beep this out, future Joe. Does she lick her own asshole as foreplay?
I don't know.
Because that's a cat move, y'all.
I
You
don't-
have to admit.
that wasn't in style back then, though, right?
You're right.
That wasn't a
It
thing
wasn't.
yet.
People were
yeah, I mean,
talking
people were
about
doing it, but they weren't talking
they
about
weren't.
it like they are
Bum
now.
tonguing
you know?
was kept quiet.
Right. Yeah, we did it, but we didn't brag.
All these Zoomers take credit for it.
I don't.
I mean, that's
think
a cat
Gen Z had their
thing.
tongue pretty
And
much
she
everywhere.
is such a cat. She can't control herself to eat fish. At one point, she's looking at a cat
God, that
tank.
was
She's
so-
doing this to the cat tank.
Oh yeah, the fish tank. You mean?
Or fish tank. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, cat tank.
That's there's.
I used to have one of those in
college.
You don't want to
Where's
know.
Whiskers? That's in the cat tank.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, cat licking. Did she do it? I think yes. She absolutely had to. That's why Bratz fell in love so quick.
How
He's
about
like, I've never seen anything.
how about the? Do you remember when De Niro couldn't even kick in The Irishman? And it was so bad. Sharon Stone, either real or CGI, trying to swing a 6-foot pipe.
Dude,
It was so bad.
I got
It was
so upset
bad.
at her trying to bash out the window. There's a cut where Halle Berry she swings and she rolls up over into a fetal position, and it cuts to her swinging again, and she's back. It's like that's the simplest cut.
Yeah, and,
Freaking world.
then she tried that one-liner. I don't know what it was like. I'm fighting back or something like that. It was
This kitty's got claws.
yeah,
I don't know what the hell.
terrible. And then she just starts shooting around the room, and I'm like, "Can this end? Can this end?"
Somehow, I don't know how.
Oh, I was on Facebook by then.
You know what that means? That means we're out of time for the radio show. Thanks for listening, everybody, on WDBX. We
I
appreciate
wish
you.
I had 4 hands so I could give it 4 thumbs down.
Yep, thanks for listening. If you want to listen to any more of the podcast, look up 20 and 21. Thanks, everybody. See you later. So, yeah, I guess before, do you guys got anything we're going to talk about on the podcast? Motherfucking. Do you
That
got
movie's
anything?
so fucking awful.
It's so fucking horrible.
I mean, like, fuck. Like, I to this day, Fresh Horses has been the joke between me and my sister of the worst film ever
This
created.
took its place now.
Do you know Fresh Horses?
No, I don't.
It comes out during the Brat Pack era, and
Okay.
this is post Pretty in Pink.
Okay.
And it's Andrew McCarthy and Molly Ringwald,
Mm-hmm.
and they're supposed to be in their 20s, and it was supposed to be like more grown up and gritty and
Past
sexual.
St. Elmo's
It is
Fire?
the worst fucking movie ever. It's somewhere in that era.
Okay.
And I remember my sister and I got up and left the movie. I've only done this once or twice in my life. This was maybe
Yeah.
the first time. We got up and left and walked to the fucking Loiterers Club and tried to like forget how
Yeah.
bad this was. So to this day, if something's awful, Stephanie will send me a thing and she's like, "This is Fresh Horses."
This is new.
And I
This
was
is
sitting there
taken
last
down.
night and I'm like, Fresh Horses deserves like an Oscar compared to this. I don't even want to call it an abortion of a film. That's not it. That's not insulting enough. What would I call this? Like
A miss on every single level.
waste
Yeah.
A waste of time,
all
energy,
human
money.
existence. Like,
So here's something I thought
Effort.
of. Like all three of these movies we watched, the first two Batman and Catwoman. One of the major, like, there's no story in any of them, right? I mean,
No.
there's no writing.
really.
And here's
No
something that hit me last
necessarily.
night. Like, I came across Dodgeball, right? That horrible movie.
I love Dodgeball.
But even Dodgeball, Evolution, all those low budget comedies,
They have
at
a
least have a
story.
story. There's
Yeah,
something you can
something there.
follow.
there is a
you're in
story,
bed-
and the
right,
characters have an arc.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Peter LaFleur has an arc.
Right. None of that happens
Yeah.
in any of these
No,
movies.
you're absolutely right.
Lois gets to bang the doctor at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Halle Berry gets some confidence and gets to kill her boss.
yeah. And Benjamin Bratt
solves crime but doesn't solve, but
doesn't solve
because
it.
he's a good guy. He teaches
yeah.
kids basketball.
I like Benjamin. I think they make a
Hey
great
man,
couple.
the way he jumped down that Ferris
There's no
wheel-
tension. Oh, I was gonna say when the sorry thing, there was no tension behind it. They could have done something. It was just, oh, sorry. I wrote down here at one point, I wish this was Stone Cold instead of Sharon Stone.
You think you're gonna take down Beeline's beauty? Some bitch.
Because that's the bottom line. Because Beeline said so.
Was he the guy one that poured the beer on himself
That's
all the
right.
time? Yeah,
Yeah.
How do you do it?
yeah. That's if whatever gimmick I do
love him.
eventually come up with, it's not going to involve having to take a shower after I get
No,
done
that's
doing
for
it
sure.
every time. That seems like too much work for me.
Well, especially after your porn career where you had to do that.
I didn't take a shower. Take a little bird bath in the sink and on to the next one, man.
Horse bath. Tops and
I will
tails.
say, I think we pretty much wrapped it up. I will say,
Wrap it up.
why didn't she?
in bacon.
Why did she leave Brad?
Is that what it says in
at the
song?
end? She
What?
leaves. Why does she leave Brad? He
Because
didn't do anything.
nobody puts Catwoman in a corner.
Empowerment, right? She's on her own.
She's
Yes,
empowered.
He was really nice.
Don't need
to
no
her.
man.
She was. Anyway, he gets the note that she's reading somehow to the other person. It's really weird. And then Lois gets her doctor. Lois Griffin gets her doctor.
did.
And
Thank
then of
goodness,
course
'cause
we
she was
have
the best actor in the film.
some
That's
more.
what she wanted.
We
to
have
for
some
her.
more CG crap. It's just awful. I just wrote awful, awful, awful. I hate this movie.
I felt like Atari had more genuine graphics than in this film.
Yeah.
Pitfall is visually more appealing than this was. There's
It
no
really
question
is.
about that. They get the little.
Well, it's the end of the
know.
podcast. That means we ask the question: is this one of the greatest 20 movies in the 21st century?
Yeah, of
and I would say, I think so. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
100%, 100%.
I fucking hate both. of them.